And still on education, the computerized school selection and placement system has begun registering junior high for subsequent placement into various senior high schools. And joining me in the studio today is George Atabuatin. He is the national coordinator of the program. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Now, first of all, since the introduction of the program, has it been successful in your opinion?
Of course, it's been hugely successful. It's gone through several challenges, but since its inception in 2005, you can see that we've come afar. And as it is now, I would say it's 99.9% successful.
So the 1%, what are those challenges?
The 0.1%. That is what, you know, most of the time it's all about the choices the students make and whether they are willing to accept those choices, because the computer placement or the computer places candidate based on performance, and that is one fact. If your performance is good, then you merit to go into a certain school, then obviously automatically you go into the school.
Now you're beginning to register junior high school pupils for placement into senior high schools. Have you started already?
It's been started already since last week. All schools have been given access to the WAEC website, which they will register the students. Students are required to choose 4 schools, either 30% or 70%. 30% means that you don't want to go outside your borders within a 16-kilometer radius, and then the 70% means that you can go throughout. So all the schools have been, you know, categorized into 5 options. We have the private schools, we have the technical and vocational schools, and then we have the rest of the public schools, option 1, 2, and 3. Option 3, you only required to make one choice. That's where we have the most subscribed schools. So you're only required to make one choice out of there. And then you go to option 2, you can make 2 choices. You can go beyond that. And then option 1, you can even choose all your schools, the 4 schools from the option 1. So I would advise that parents get involved at this time, because if you want your ward to be a doctor, engineer, bank manager, or a presenter, it all starts from today. The choices that the student is going to make, the school that he or she wants to go into, and then the course that he or she wants to go.
Last year, how many pupils were able to gain admission into schools, and how many were not able?
You know, about 392,000 students wrote the examination, the examination. And as it is now, the Secretariat has been able to place almost 98% of that number. Those that we have outstanding are the ones with, you know, high grades, and I think with the appropriate policy and program, you get them into schools. But there are few students left.
What programs are you rolling out for such pupils, so that maybe next year or this year they will be enrolled in schools?
As it is now, even private schools are coming in for some of these students. You see, so it's ongoing. We are targeting 100%, and hopefully by the end of the month we'll reach that number. But we also have other technical schools with, you know, certain special education programs that they can also benefit. And so it's a broader program, and I hope that by the end of the month we will get into it.
Early on, when at the beginning of the interview, you did talk about some challenges. What are you doing this year to ensure that they do not surface again?
You know, most of the time the challenge we have is that if one does not get the school that he or she wants, then I won't go to the school. I didn't choose that school. So even after this year's registration, 1 month before we do the placement, we are going to give every student the opportunity to text and confirm the choices that you are making today, whether you chose all these schools or not. And then we will do the placement. This year also, once we do the placement, we are going to put your image. We are working on that. Once you print what we call the admission form to the school that you've been placed in, there's going to be your image on it, because sometimes, you know, hairs cannot tell whether, you know, this one is black and white, this one is colored, you know, those things. So your image is going to be on the placement form, which you take it to the school, which will make it more authentic. We also have And I also expect you people to get involved with the education. At this time, the registration is so crucial. It's very, very important that parents, at least find some time to join the awards in choosing the courses and the schools that they want to. Most of the time, it's all about publicity or education. And I expect you and other athletes, not just during the placement, but before, during, and after, so that we can all have a successful placement.
Now, just before you go, do you still get people or schools coming into your outfit in order for you to work in a way which will enable the awards gain admission in certain schools?
Oh, no. Placement has been done.
Has that been included?
Yes, yeah. Far. Placement has been done. We had a very quiet placement last year because of some of these measures that we put in place, and we're expecting it to be better this year. So hopefully we are going to do well. It all starts with preparation. Like they say, organization decides everything. We are aware of some of the few challenges that are outstanding, and we are going to meet them head on.
Thank you very much for joining us. I've been speaking with George Atabuaten. He is the National Coordinator of the Computerized School Selection and Placement System, and it has begun registering junior high school pupils for placement into senior high schools. So if you're a parent, you can start registering your wards in order to get placement. Thank you once again.